Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. This is a quick video. I got this requested quite a few times this new year and many times last year, and I've done a couple videos of this, but I'm gonna do a real quick updated one. Now, it's about what is a cheaper alternative to your normal gelatos and all. And of course, y'all know what I'm gonna say. It is the Crayola Twistables. And this is a pack they come in. You get all your normal colors, your reds, blues, yellows, black, orange, yellow, green, white. You get brown, you get silver, and you get gold in one package. You can get them at Michael's. Use a coupon, get them fairly inexpensively. I think probably what were they last time? I want to say they were $12.99, and I might have got them for $6. I can't recall. Very simple. You can go online, michaels.com. You can even get them on Amazon if you choose to. So these are water soluble. And let me just take this and show you. It comes like this. And it has a little turny thing. And you turn it, turn it, turn it. And I'm just going to show you. I've used this a bit, but you'll see that's how much you get. So now, look, if you compare it, I don't have my gelato down here because my daughter took them. But if you compare it to a gelato and how much is in it, comparison wise, gelatos are thicker. They're like a chapstick, but they're also a little bit more expensive, and you don't get the variety when you buy a pack. I think you get like 5, and they're like all like colors that, like shades and gradients and whatnot. So, this is great. This is great for kids to play with. So here's what I did, because this is a question I get. Okay, so this is just a piece of wood, obviously, right? And you can see, like, right here, I have, some glossy Mod Podge there, right? Let me turn my autofocus off that goes on all the time. So you can tell it's definitely got gloss around there, and then this is raw wood. And then what I did was put some of the Mod Podge gloss down here and left that blank to show you. Okay, so this is a gelato. Before Emily took them, I did a little gelato swap. Right here is the glossy Mod Podge, and here is the regular wood. So I'm just going to wet my brush with regular water and tap it off a second. Let's go on here first. This is glossy. And you can see how nice it is and how it spreads, and you can get a lot of the pigment, right? And look at that. Very nice. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my brush again and go for the raw wood with the water. And what you're going to see, it does spread, but it kind of takes just a little more pushing. I had to watch my language there. It takes a little bit more push, to get that around, but you can see it works just as well. Not the biggest deal. But if you see, and that's the regular gelato. This is the Crayola Twistables. And you can see here, this is gloss and this is raw. So I put it on there, and you can see, and I'm going to do another one to show you live, but how you still see where you kind of put that in a little bit on the wood, and it kind of sank in, and here it didn't. So let's do that again. We're going to use, let's do a darker color. We'll do purple. And I'm going to go half and half here, and I'm just going to kind of go like this. And then I'm going to do it like that on the raw. So remember, this has gloss, this does not. I'm taking my brush again. Now, something I like to do, and I'll show you really quick. I like to use my finger, and you can push it around, and really the heat of your finger melts it. And it's just, just a little something, something. But if you do it, that's on the glossy. If you do it on the regular wood, you see how it just really doesn't do what you want it to do. It won't spread the same, which can be great for certain techniques. Now this is with some water, and this is on the glossy. And you can see it picks it all up. And it doesn't soak in at all. But once I rinse this and go in here, what's going to happen you can definitely see where the line is, which is right here of where the gloss and the untreated wood is. And you can see right there how that goes, you know, that got sucked in a bit. Now that didn't do it with the gelatos as much, but with these it did. So you just want to take a little bit of, you know, precaution. They do blend very nice. Look, I'll do some purple right there. Or let's do orange. Let's do a little orange too. I mean yellow to make orange. Let's do this. Rinse my brush one more time. And get in here. So they blend very nice. Look at that. You got a nice orange, and I'll hold that up to the camera in a minute. So. You see, you get the orange and the yellow, so it blends very nice to Crayola. Now, here's the thing. If you have these or you want to get these and you're strapped for money and you're like, oh, gee, you know, I want these, I want to try these, or, you know, even gelatos you can do this with. I'm going to take this wood and I want to take a bright color so you guys can see it. I'll do bright blue. This is my dirty non-stick matte. You can use a piece of wax paper. You can use your palette, whatever you want. And if you take this and I'm sorry, my dog's going in my bag over there. And you just scribble it on there. Okay. And then take your brush. You want it wet. And you go in and you make yourself some watercolor for your paper. And you can put less water, more water. It doesn't matter. And here I'm going in. And you can see how you can paint with that as well. And it's much lighter. It's a very light, you know, coat, but you definitely can do it. And I'll show that on the paper too, underneath. You see, so you get a nice wash. Really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside and real quick show you on here. This is untreated. This is treated with glossy Mod Podge, which is like my best friend. Okay, so what I'm going to do first. Let's do, I like using all kinds of different colors. I'm going to go, and we're going to go like this. Because then it's treated and not treated. All right, and then I'm going to go here, not treated, and then treated. And I'm going to limit my water. So I'm going to put my brush in my water, but I'm going to take off and just leave it kind of damp. And let's do these first. This is non-treated with the glossy Mod Podge. Now you can use Collage Podge, you can use white school glue, whatever you want to treat it. Like if you're using it for an ATC card. And you see how nice, but you can still see, you know, where the orange is, right? Where we scribbled it on. Same thing, rinse my brush, going down here. This is treated. And I'm just going around in a circle. And I'm making it much lighter because I'm going over with more water. And you can barely see what you scribbled underneath. And then you can even go with another, you know, another coat if you want. If you want it darker. Again, you can mix. See, you can just layer it. Now, once it's re-wet, once we re-wet that though, it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's water soluble, so it's not going to stay permanent unless, and I'll show you my little trick, which I've done this with pan pastels. I've done videos on all of these. I'll try to remember to link up here in the iCard past ones that I did of this. But let's do this and then I'll show you my trick. All right, so this is the glossy Mod Podge, and this is just untreated mixed media paper. And I always encourage you guys to do this stuff. Now I'm scrubbing, can you hear? But you see how much lighter this is because it just flows differently. But hey, that's not bad either. I like giving you these options, and this paper, when I'm done, I can tear it up and use it in mixed media, right? So let's do a let's do a gold. Let's add some gold here. Now watch on the glossy. Look how pretty. Do you see that? How nice? Look at that, how pretty though. Love it, love it, love it. All these great colors. And you also get white, which is fantastic. Let's see what this little bad boy does. We're just mixing it in, mixing the colors. And I'm using my finger because that's how I like to art a lot of the times, but you don't have to. You see, so you can get, look at the texture. Now, here's something that I'm going to show you real quick. We'll use a darker blue. I'm going to put, I'm going to put red right here. Okay. Then, now you can use matte or glossy. I'm going to use glossy while it's sitting here. I'm shaking it. But you can use matte as well. It'll work just the same. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to dry it off. I don't want my brush to be wet at all. I'm going to take some glossy Mod Podge, Collage Podge, white school glue, whatever you have, and I'm mixing it in. So I'm activating it, right? And then, and you can add a little water to that too. It won't hurt. It'll just make it a little thinner. A little more easy flowing. You can use, you know, whatever you have. If you have an extender. But look at that. So then when that's dry, it'll be permanent. So you can't beat that. And this is on the glossy. Now you can see on the glossy, it's not, you know, it's not as, what word do I want to say? I can't even think of this. You know, it's deeper without the gloss. But I like it both ways depending on what you're doing. And again, when this is dry, then you can layer on top. Like if we want to go with, let's just do some white. Just to lighten it up a little bit. I'm going to put white right there. And I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm just going in to lighten the color. A little bit of water to make it flow a little bit better. But this is, I'm going to encourage you to do this stuff yourself and then experiment. Don't just take my word, because you'll probably come up with a million more things than I can even think. So, okay, so there we go. And I'm going to show you how that's permanent in a minute. But I'm going to take some of my Mod Podge matte, my Mod Podge gloss. And you see here how this, I really like that look. If I go over it once, okay, I don't keep going over the same section. Watch. I mean, we're talking swipe it down, swipe it down. And I'll do, this is here. And I'm just going to swipe it on. Once that's dry, underneath it's permanent and you can move on top of it. And I'm going to show you in a second. Let me just put this away because I'll end up spilling it everywhere. You could put crackle medium. I mean, there's so much stuff. So if you want me to do like crackle medium and do like a background with these, I will gladly do so. I have a pan pastel background, mixed media background going to be coming up. A lot of you have been asking for a pan pastel background or using, you know, regular pastel. So I got that coming up. And these are fun to do on ATC cards or in your art journal as well, because that's when you can experiment and play. Don't be afraid to play. Mixed media, that's what it is. That's why I'm not a watercolor artist or, you know, I don't claim to be anything but a mixed media artist, because all my items, all my stuff is, you know, uh, mixed and intermixed and, you know, all that fun stuff. That's how I like to do it. No, I'm going to give that one more second while I show you one more thing to do that I got asked, and then we'll see that. So I have a stamp, and I'm just going to use my Believe stamp. I don't, let me see if, no, maybe I have the stamp. I want to do a bigger one so you guys can see, but this could be done on any stamp. Okay. And then I'm going to take my, I don't want to add water yet because I only want the smidge of water. Purple's been good to me. I love purple. So I'm just going in randomly. I'm not worried about hitting them all. If you want to do like a certain section where all of them, you know, come out as a stamp, then by all means. And it doesn't have to be perfectly on there because we're going to give it a little bit of moisture. This dang stamp is so like ruined. It's so mixed media. I love it. It makes me happy. All right. So you can see just randomly on there. I'm going to take my brush, and it's damp. I'm going to wet it, and I really want most of the water out of there. I just want it damp. And I'm going to pat it like this. And if you think you need more water, by all means, I'm not there with you, so I don't know. And if you think you need more stuff on there, I'll show you in a second. Then just take, after you wet it a little bit, and just go over them again, the ones that you think, or the stamp again. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything. You know? This is a, like, stamp that's supposed to look a little worn. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to go and press it down and lift it up. And you see? You can see it's kind of tattered and, you know? And then you get this really cool stamp look. Now, again, you want to use your Mod Podge mat, your school glue, whatever. You use the littlest bit and, you know, kind of put it here on the side and kind of work it, you know, and put it on here so it stays. Or you could throw it over that as well. And it doesn't, it won't hurt anything. And you got this really cool textured stamp, and you don't have to be perfection, right? So let me see. Maybe I'll do a little bit here, show you. Okay, and remember, you can use white school glue. You can use whatever you want. All right, so I'm going to just go in a little bit, just a little bit, and you can dab off, you know, whatever, but I'm just going like this. Okay. And then let's go here. Let's see what it goes on both. And I'm pushing it. Now that's with no more, you know, I didn't use any more on there. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you is when you're using glue like I just did, clean your brush and clean your stamp. And all you have to do is take a wet towel or, you know, paper towel or whatever. Give it a wipe if you care. A lot of the times I don't, because I use these so, you know, so much and in so many things. But, you know, you want the glue off. You don't want it to be, have a little texture or whatever. Just give it a nice clean and you're good. You're good to go. So that is, like I said, one of the fun things about this. And you can stamp. And you could do it, like I said, you could do it with this too. If we do, you know, red, and I'm just gonna, you know, go over it, get some color on here. But think about different ways you can get the color on. You don't have to do it my way. You can, you know, put it on your mat and do it that way. Yeah, I'm gonna just get some a little bit of water on my brush. Just going to tap, 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 tap. And if you want more water or more color after, put it on. It's called Do You, Boo. Do You. Okay. This is a great alternative to, and there we go. Upside down because I'm upside down. But look how cool that is. And now you have a stamp. And again, you can use your, you can definitely use your Mod Podge or school glue or collage podge or decoupage. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And I'm just tapping in. I'm not going to put any more color on it. I'm just tapping, 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 tapping. And let's do it here. I'm going to push it real good. And look, there you go. And again, wipe it off if, you know. Just so you know next time, because it is water soluble, when you go to stamp, you'll get some of that red. Sometimes I don't care. Sometimes I get mad at myself. All right, so I'm just going to blow this. Massachusetts. Get this. Get this. I love mixed media. I love mixed media. And I really love showing you guys cheaper alternatives as well as good alternatives. You know what I mean? Doesn't always, sometimes cheap isn't good. You know, unless it's me on a Friday night. All right, I'm stopping. I'm stopping. All right, so let me forget it. Oh, okay. I'm wetting my brush a little bit, and I'm going to show you. Look, my brush is wet. Look, it's not running. You can see this is a little bit this orange because I didn't have it sealed, but that isn't running. And look, you still have all that texture in there. Come on now. How great is that? All right. I'm choking myself. I'm so excited. Step back, Cal. All right. And then this is the one with the glue. Look, not moving. And that, I tell you what, that's pretty good, even though there's no glue or nothing on that. But, you know, you have to kind of scrub it a little bit. I like this, though, when I'm doing, like, you know, like old, you know, wanting it to look a little old and worn, you know. But, oh, love. I love it all. I love it all. So, again, try it out. Try it on wood. Try it on your paper. Try it for your ATC cards. I could be on here for hours showing you guys so many different techniques. And I would love to. I just don't want to bore you guys. But this is definitely great. They're called, and I get nothing for this. This is probably my third pack. These are Slick Stix, Twistable Slick Stix. This is what they look like. They come in a package from Crayola. I know Michael's definitely has them. You can find them on Amazon and online. You can also find, if you search on Amazon, it's called Faber-Castell gel crayons. Look those up. Those are the generic Faber-Castell gelatos, but you get a big pack and it's cheaper. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you have done this before, if you've been if you've been with me for a while, I know you guys have seen me do this before. And if you're new to me, please hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell next to it so you can get notified when I do upload another video. And yeah, and if you want to tag me on Facebook, on Google, on Instagram, on Twitter, show me what you guys do. All my information is down below in the description box. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.